Hello, learners. This is Excel with Habeeba. I'm back with another class with special request. Let's begin with the class. Topic, concept, inventories. Now, let's understand what is concept inventory. A concept inventory is a standardized multiple choice instrument developed collaboratively by subject experts to test the subjects, understanding the core of concepts. It is used as a pre and post test to evaluate a given strategy or activity or intervention. Now, many expert educators experience surprise when they realize that their maybe subjects, or we can say if they are taking test in teaching, students are struggling with knowledge they thought they could take for granted. And this has been a powerful stimulus to improve teaching. So, concept inventories came into existence at around the same time as the private university documentary, maybe Harvard or Center for Astrophysics or any other social sciences, highlighted a disconnect between assessment performance and underlying knowledge, revealing that graduating students had been able to pass their exams while lacking basic scientific knowledge. Although concept inventories look like multiple choice tests, they are not the same thing as assessment. They are not credit bearing and students do not revise for them. Instead, they longitudinally test understanding of foundational concepts. Now, what can it tell us? A concept inventory is designed to measure the learning gain. Maybe if we are taking any tests to understand any problem you have taken under school or academics or related to teaching learning processes, then we will measure the learning gain or what learning is acquired, maybe by students, maybe by really if we are taking any tests related to the teaching techniques, we will the subjects will be the teachers for us. So, 2 points are there related to academic career. So, typically, if we are taking tests subjects as students, uh, typically students take it before and after experiencing a given educational intervention, and the results are used to evaluate the effectiveness of that particular pedagogical practice. Now, how to use it? We can use these inventories, the concept inventories, to evaluate any approach to teaching core concepts. We are related to teaching learning process, so I will take the example of your students as subjects here. So Eric Mazur used the force concept inventory to compare his standard teaching with the pure instruction method he pioneered. Now, where can we find this? Where can we find the examples? Maybe we can find it in the journals. At the end of the journal, researchers, they will attach their inventories. We can use from there also. Now, how to collect the data or evidence? Now, in the review of concept inventory practices, Madsen and colleagues also provided helpful guidance on selecting a concept inventory. They also recommended to take the whole test, not the excerpts, only excerpts, whole test. And even supervision is required, they say, in person. When we are taking any test on the subjects, personal supervision is also very important. They also observe that the given a sample amount of credit for completing the test improves the participation without affecting scores. Now, giving feedback is also recommended. Although some believe this comprises the scrutiny of the test is no stakes and consequently the incentives to revise or cheat are low. Now for existing concept inventories, you can use, if no existing inventory suits your purpose, you may be in a position to put in the time and effort to develop one. If you ask me, I have also developed one inventory in my PhD thesis. I will share that in the next video if you want. So now let's continue with this topic. Now some for existing concept inventories, we can use, I told you, some 5 steps are recommended here. Number 1, a group of experts to determine the small number of core concepts to be included. Sometimes using some others also is recommended here. Now, secondly, study and articulate the concepts which you want to test. That is very important. Now, thirdly, drawing on misconceptions identified in the previous step, develop several multiple choice questions and distractors for each concept, totaling around maybe 30 questions, because mental fatigue or span of attention will be less if we are taking students as the subjects. Maybe 30 questions, since students should be able to complete the inventory in 30 minutes. Each question tests a single concept, enabling incorrect response to be easily interpreted. Now, fourth step would be pilot the inventory with large numbers of subjects and analyze the results to establish validity, reliability, and fairness. This is very, very important. Now, some experts also suggest that statistical and other tests for each of these aspects. Now, the next one is the fifth one. Iterate until the inventory's characteristics are suitable for widespread use. Again and again, we have to make those questions standardized. Then we can test them on subjects. Now, how to interpret the data evidence? The aim of concept inventory is to give insights about a given strategy, activity, or intervention. Now, what else to know about this inventories? MCQ tests have well-known limitations. Here we take largely an MCQ questions to test the subjects. So some limitations are also there. One is that they cannot differentiate between mistakes due to lack of knowledge and mistakes due to divergent conceptions which fall outside the canon of anticipated misconceptions. Because unanticipated, these alternative conceptions are not included as distractors and cannot be selected by students. Yet, despite being objectively incorrect, they could shed light on teaching strategies. To address these limitations, Sands and colleagues in the year 2018 are researching a format also, particularly in the subject of physics, in which students construct their own answers, but marking is still automated, maintaining the standardization. So, there are other limitations also which may particularly affect earlier concept inventories and which may be addressed by selecting carefully tested inventories. Now, where to find these examples? Some inventories are published as appendices to the journal articles which report them, while others are available from their authors on request. We can purchase also from the psychological testing centers also. If your inventory is not available, then consider developing your own as outlined above. So this is all about inventories. I'll come up with the next class with another topic. If you like this class, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.